All right, let's talk about canceling or terminating your old LLCs, corporations, other entities you might have out there. Whether it's called a cancellation or called a termination is going to vary from state to state. But the concept is if you've got a business entity you're no longer using, what you want to do is you want to shut that down. You want to shut it down for a couple of reasons. One reason is because you want to avoid liability. If you have had past operations, you never know when somebody's going to come out of the woodwork, maybe try to sue you for something crazy. I've had clients get in that situation where somebody just randomly shows up and files a lawsuit. Even if it's a wrongful lawsuit, you've got to defend it. You've got to get rid of that lawsuit. Could cost you a lot of time and money. Also, by terminating the entities, you can stop doing tax filings, you can stop doing all the compliance work. So usually it's a great idea if you're no longer using it. Maybe you've sold the business assets. That's a very common one. You built a business, you sold the assets off, now you've got kind of a shell company sitting there. Great idea to cancel or terminate that. Maybe you had a business idea, formed an entity, didn't use it. You can also cancel or terminate. It's usually not a big process to get it done, but it is a little bit of paperwork, and it's important you understand some of the technical details. It's going to vary from state to state how the process flows. So what you're going to do is consult your attorney, and you're going to go to your state statute on that cancellation or termination process, and either you'll be filing your certificate at the beginning of the process or at the end of the process. For instance, if you're a Delaware corporation, what you'll be doing is voting to dissolve the entity with your board of directors and then filing early in the process and then following up on the dissolution. Take, for instance, a Texas LLC or a Delaware LLC. What you would do then is you would actually start the process of cleaning up, and when you're done, you file your certificate, right? So you need to understand which way it's going to work in your particular state or jurisdiction. But follow that statute. It's going to generally provide that you're going to have to give notice to any known claimants. You're going to want to round up your books and records, know if there's anybody you owe money to. You have to notify them that you're going through this process in general. You're going to let them know. Then you're also going to notify your shareholders or equity owners that you're doing this process. And then what you need to do is basically account for your liabilities. Hopefully your assets are greater than your liabilities, so you'll pay off your liabilities. And then at some point you'll be able to make a distribution to your owners, usually based on their percentage of ownership. So, and then after you follow up on that process, again, depending on the state you're in, either you'll be filing your certificate after you finish it, or you will have filed that certificate in the beginning. But the key is you're winding down the affairs so that you no longer have to worry about that entity coming back to haunt you later, worrying about tax filings, worrying about any compliance issues, or maybe even possibly somebody stealing that entity's identity and using that name. We have had instances where we've seen people pick up a name from somebody else and start using that business. So great idea to get that cleaned up. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. Obviously, nothing confidential here, because this is a public forum. Everybody will see what you comment. But if you have ideas for videos, questions, do drop them. We love to interact with the audience. So any questions you have about the dissolution process, if it's something that's popular, we may cover in a future video. We also love other video ideas in the comments, so feel free to drop those as well. And I'll see you guys again soon for another video. Look forward to interacting in the comments. Check you soon.